Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Darkest Hour 138, and in this video I want to give my thoughts on the Halo Infinite delay and the impact it may have on the Xbox ecosystem. I also want to talk about the rumored Battle Royale mode and my thoughts on what I think the final product will be. So with that, let's get started. Let's start by recapping. Halo Infinite is the next entry in the Halo franchise. It's been in development for 5 years by 343 Industries. The campaign goes from more of a linear design to an open world, and it takes place on Zeta Halo. This game was featured in the Xbox Showcase in July. After that showcase, there was a lot of negative reaction online about the textures and the lighting. This ultimately ended up leading to Halo Infinite getting delayed until 2021. But what do I think about the delay? I too was disappointed I didn't get to play a new Halo game on the day that I got my Series X. But overall, the delay is a good thing. This gives 343 plenty of time to polish the game. They brought in industry veteran Joseph Staten to oversee the final stages of development. And recently it was announced that James Gard, former Naughty Dog and Insomniac senior lighting artist, has been brought on as well. But what does this mean for the Xbox ecosystem? It means next-gen launch without any new first-party titles, including their flagship franchise. But I don't see this as a bad thing, as the systems have been out in the wild for over 2 weeks now, and they're still selling like crazy. With that in mind, Microsoft didn't need Halo to sell consoles. With Cyberpunk releasing in the next week, that should also increase demand for all next-gen consoles. If what Microsoft is saying is that they don't think supply will meet demand until next spring, then they won't need a system seller until that time anyway, which sets up Halo to release when there will be consoles available, and hopefully it is the system seller we all hope for. But for current gen and PC, the delay does sting a little more, as these platforms are mature and have been missing a Halo game for far too long. With all the third-party support though, there's still plenty to play while we wait for Halo. So overall, I think it's disappointing for the ecosystem as a whole, but actually a good thing if we're looking at it at just next gen. Next, I want to talk about the recurring rumor of a Battle Royale mode. 343 has stated that the only BR they're interested in is the Battle Rifle. While I do think a BR mode is in the works, it'd be crazy not to include one since the majority of the most popular games on the market currently are BR games. Halo is well equipped for this mode with its large variety of weapons and vehicles. I do play BR modes occasionally, but it's not my preferred game type. I do think it's good for games to offer a good variety of modes, and there's definitely room in the Halo universe for a BR mode. And just remember that the inclusion of a BR mode doesn't mean you have to play it. As long as the core multiplayer modes are present, it should keep the core fan base happy. And finally, what are my expectations for the final product? Well, 343 has shown that they can deliver good games. The direction the studio took in Halo 4 and 5 has been debated, but what most do agree on is that technically they're good games with great visuals and solid gameplay. I feel like what we saw at the July showcase is not indicative of the final product, and that we were seeing an older builder. This has been discussed at length as well, but I just don't see a studio that has turned out good games like the previously mentioned Halos and the Master Chief Collection can fall so hard and make a truly bad game. And if anything this past gen has taught us, it's that games can improve drastically over time through patches and the addition of new content. Just look at 343's own Master Chief Collection. It launched in a not so good state, but is now in a great place, offering all the great games we love while looking excellent and playing just as good. I think Halo Infinite, when it does launch, will look and play great and will open some eyes across the community. So those are my thoughts on Halo Infinite, but I want to hear what you guys think. Leave me a comment below, or you can find me on Twitter at DarkestHour138. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you want more content like this, hit the subscribe button. That's all for me, and I'll see you in the next one.